Do you have one of those cameras that don't allow you to turn your audio levels up or down while you're recording? Well, I may have a solution just for you. Stay right there. You're going to want to see this. Hi, I'm Mike Turner, your friendly filmmaker, and today we're talking about audio mixers for your camera. Specifically, we're talking about the Komica CVM AX1. Now, this audio mixer comes in around $60 and will give you the ability to turn your levels up and down with audio knobs. But the nice thing is that you can do this while you're recording. Some cameras I know will already do this off the bat, like the Panasonic GH series or even the G series Panasonics, because I'm pretty sure that my G85 allows me to adjust the levels while I'm recording. But I've owned Canon mirrorless and DSLR cameras, and typically they don't allow you to do that. And I'm sure there's other DSLR and mirrorless cameras that don't allow you to do that. But having that feature is nice in situations where you really can't stop recording, like a wedding ceremony. And also it gives you the ability to plug in two separate microphones. So you could have a wireless microphone plugged in, and then you can also have an on-camera microphone plugged in. So you're getting like the ambient sound / backup sound, and then you're getting good sound coming right off of your lavalier. But anyway, let's just take a closer look at the Komica audio mixer. First observation is that it's all aluminum or whatever type of metal this is. I'm not a chemist. Basically what I'm saying is it feels solid. You have knobs for controlling your levels, you have your stereo or mono switch, and your power switch. And one of the things I really like are the 3 cold shoe mounts, one on either side of the mixer and one on the top. Those are really useful for attaching a microphone and or even a light. And like I said, now you have the ability to plug in 2 separate microphones. Now there is one problem. Even though this unit uses batteries, it does not have a preamp. And what that means is that it's not boosting the signal, the audio signal that's going into your camera. I spoke to Komica about this and they said, if you want to boost the signal, use the headphone jack instead. And I did that, and it does boost the signal, but then you can no longer monitor your audio through the headphone jack. Wah, wah, wah. But I guess for $60, you really can't expect perfection. Anyway, let's just take a listen to see how this actually sounds. So basically, you've been listening to me talking through this microphone. It's a giant squid microphone is what it's called. That's the name of the company. I got this off of Amazon. It's about $50. So it's not a cheap lavalier mic, but it really sounds good. And this is what it sounds like going through the Komica. Test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3, and you've been listening to it the whole time. So this is what it sounds like. Now I'm going to unplug it from the Komica and plug it directly into the camera, and we can see what that sounds like. Okay, so right now I'm plugged directly into the Canon M50 using the giant squid lavalier microphone, and this is what it sounds like. I'm talking at the same levels. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to test one more microphone so you can hear it just going directly into the M50, and then I'm going to plug it into the Komica so you can hear the difference. Right now I'm recording using a GLS ES58S microphone. So this is GLS Audio 58S, I don't know, ES50, whatever. I'll put it down in the links below. You could check it out. This is like an imitation Shure mic. Shure makes a very popular mic. I think it's a SM58S or something like that a lot of news reporters use and whatnot. This is like the imitation version that you can get off of Amazon, but it sounds pretty good. So if you're out there trying to be a journalist or something and you're interviewing people on the street, you got your own little local news internet channel, this will do the trick. But anyway, so this is what the sound sounds like coming from the Komica mixer through this microphone that is not battery powered. So test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3. All right, so now I'm recording with the same microphone, same levels. I didn't change anything in the camera, but I'm going directly into the camera using this microphone right now. So I'm still using the GLS audio mic. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. So what's the verdict with this particular mixer? Well, for the money, $60, I think it works pretty well. That 3 volts, so it has line mic 3 volts. And I know what line does, I know what mic does, and I just assumed 3 volts was like an amp boost, a gain boost, and that's not what it is. It's solely there just to power a microphone that doesn't have a battery in it. and that's really it. It doesn't really do much more. And when I was testing it back and forth, it seemed that even when I was switched to microphones that don't have batteries in it still work. So I really don't understand what the 3 volts is necessarily for. So right now I'm recording with the Canon M31. This is an older camcorder that I own that I really don't use much. But I'm plugged directly into the Comica right now, and this is what the audio sounds like coming from the Giant Squid mic. 1 2 3 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 3 1 2 3. And now the audio levels I think are like at 60, and it goes all the way up to 100. So it's a little bit more than halfway to get it where I think it sounds good. I'm going to switch it to mic real quick. Okay, so we're back. So there was something interesting that I noticed when I was recording with the Giant Squid lavalier that I mentioned before, and that's what I'm recording with right now. So this particular lavalier is it plugs in through the 3.5 millimeter jack. It's not a XLR, and what I didn't realize is that this particular lavalier actually does need a little bit of power to run. So in that case, the Comica is actually needed, and that 3 volt switch is needed for this particular lavalier. Without it, it does not work on the Comica and plug directly into this camcorder. So this is a cheaper camcorder that I'm recording with right now. This is the Canon M31, and I'll take a shot of it in a minute to show you what it is. But it's a consumer camcorder, so I'm assuming the preamps in it are probably not very good. And as a result, they're not providing enough power for this lavalier, which is of a higher quality. This is $50. It's not a cheap, $10 lavalier. It's pretty decent quality, so I guess it needs a little bit of power. So I stand corrected. The 3 volts does work if you have a mic that is of a higher quality that needs a little bit of power through that 3.5 millimeter jack. You're gonna need that. For the Canon M50, I guess because the preamps in it are so good, it powers this mic. You don't need any additional equipment to get it working. It just works directly in the camera. So there you go. I guess that 3 volts definitely does work for something. So I got it all the way up to 100, and now you can I'm getting levels, but I mean it's still extremely low. So this is a test now with the GLS audio dynamic mic. Let's try it on the Comica. And it's still plugged into the headphone jack, so it's extremely loud. So we'll turn it down, and I could probably get it, let's see, maybe about 22. So right now I'm recording with the GLS microphone. I'm at 22 on this camcorder, and this is a consumer camcorder that probably doesn't have very good preamps, and it is boosting the signal quite a bit. I'll give it that. I'm going to take it out of the headphone and put it into the regular output. So right now it's in the regular output, and I'm sure you can't hear me at 22, so we're going to turn that up. So we're probably going to have to get 22 back up to 100 to get some sound. And here it is, we're at 100, and actually seems to be, I guess about where it was before when I was at 100 when I was directly into the camera. So this is test 1 2, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. I guess what the mixer does do is it allows you to plug in 2 microphones. It allows you to control your audio levels in real time while you're recording, which is a good thing. And it gives you 3 cold shoe mounts, so that's also a good thing. So if you're interested in it, please check out the links below. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm always doing videos like this where I'm testing out economical videography equipment that's not going to break the bank, and also just giving you tips and tricks and everything else. And anyway, I'm Mike Turner. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon.